But yeah, I certainly didn't say anything to anyone.
First, I heard the doorbell ring.
Oh, that's actually a good point, because if anyone is going to give a really good account of what happened, it's going to be Naoto.
But when I opened the front door, I saw no one there. Just as alarm bells sounded in my mind, someone grabbed me roughly from behind and covered my mouth with something. Immediately afterward, I was put into something like a sack and most likely carried on the culprit's shoulder.
Wow, how could you remember all that?
The culprit seems to have used a chemical to incapacitate me, but luckily I wasn't completely unconscious. I had been expecting a trick along those lines, so I was somewhat prepared. And of course, I was desperate to gather as much information as I could.
No wonder you're an ace detective.
That ain't something to be proud of. You are too damn calm about all this.
Does this mean that for anyone abducted from now on, I don't have to figure out stuff about them? I can just send Naoto, go! Learn about this person.
Judging by their actions and body type, I'd say the culprit is definitely a man.
Okay, so it's not the teacher that came in after King Moron.
I heard no conversations or voices, so I believe he is acting alone. It's after that things get murky. I felt a single impact, which I assume is when I was thrown inside the TV.
Actually, that's the point. Is the culprit going to different TVs? I wonder if they're just throwing them... Actually, that would make sense. They're not taking... Well, they said we put it in a sack, though. So, I assume they would just throw it into a TV inside the person's house. I wonder where they're taking them.
But the time from kidnapping to that point seemed too short. It was a matter of minutes.
So you were immediately thrown inside the TV after being kidnapped?
Okay, I was right, yeah.
Oh, could there have been a TV on the side of the road?
Regrettably, my memory from there on is a blur.
I see. But man, the killer came right up to the door and rang the bell? That's just crazy.
I finally understand why you all testified that you couldn't recall much of what happened. Such a bizarre experience, with mental and physical fatigue on top of it. It's only natural to be confused. And going by the surrounding circumstances, my kidnapping and everyone else's were near identical. There is no question that the culprit is the same in each case.
We agree.
So that Mitsuo boy who said he killed King Moron?
Everything makes sense now. I can't say for sure until I gather more concrete evidence. But Mitsuo Kubo's only victim was Mr. Muraoka. It was a copycat killing that mimicked the true culprit's method.
No wonder King Moron's death broke the pattern in so many ways.
The question remains, though, as to how Kubo learned of that world.
That's it! That's what was bothering me.
That's actually a really good point. I had not even considered that.
Mitsuo could enter the TV, right? Then why didn't he kill King Moron that way?
I believe he didn't understand the other world as well as the true culprit.
Or possibly... No, I'm not sure he was ever... went in there intentionally. I think that whenever he was shown on TV all that time, the actual killer went after him.
Even though I can now enter it myself, it wouldn't occur to me to use it for murder. And remember, the previous corpses left no sign that their deaths had anything to do with the other world. After Kubo became wanted, leaving him with nowhere to run, he probably thought for the first time, what if I put my entire body into the TV? The bizarre condition of the corpses that caused such commotion is probably because they died on the other side. It's a simpler explanation than figuring out why the killer would risk disposing of the bodies in such a way. Which means their inexplicable condition of being hung on a foggy day wasn't due to the culprit making a statement. Much of our speculation could be tested if we could ask Kubo in person. However, I've unfortunately been taken off the investigation, and I highly doubt that the police will believe any of this.
Which brings me back to my initial point of why don't we just go and show the... like, drag a police officer into the TV and say, look! I mean, it's not like we can't prove this.
They wouldn't admit that it wasn't Mitsuo in the first place. Once you've said something on TV, it's not easy to admit you were wrong.
Yeah, Rise would know that.
I believe the primary cause of my dismissal was because I raised that possibility to them. The police won't readily concede that they made false charges. All the more so if the accused is a juvenile. In fact, the overwhelming sentiment with the police force is to end this case with his arrest.
Even if it's possible there's another killer?
And unfortunately, we keep... I mean, if someone else got killed, that'd be one thing, but we keep stopping that.
Those dickheads. I had a feeling that would be the case. Not that I trusted him in the first place.
But, Naoto, if you were that calm when it happened to you, couldn't you have, I'm not saying you should have caught him, but isn't it kind of sad for an ace detective to go down that easily?
To tell you the truth, I was really scared. I'm sorry.
It can't be helped. None of us could resist the culprit either. Don't forget, Naoto-kun is younger than us, and she's a girl.
Oh yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting when I see her talking like this. You know, Naoto?
What is it?
You got balls. For a girl.
Yosuke.
Regardless, I have no doubt that the culprit will continue with his attacks. We can only watch and wait for him to make the next move. But this is no longer a mere job or someone else's affair. I want to know the truth of why we were targeted. Please allow me to join your effort.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best, leader.
I'm a little surprised that you're going to accept me as the leader. Alright, investigation team, rank up.
Since I'm the king of the geniuses, I knew it would work out this way. Ta-da! Now Chan's glasses.
Thank you.
I wonder if you'd picked up that we were all wearing glasses.
They told me about you, Teddy. I can sympathize with your drive to find yourself. If I may help in any way, let me know.
Wow, what a nice girl.
Okay. And we are slightly over the 30-minute mark, which, you know what? That means it's going to be a double episode. And Dojo is not here. How rude. Go be a janitor. Yes. So I expected to record one episode. It's. Someone mentioned this a little bit ago, but that the game really picked up, starting with like Naoto's, right before Naoto's abduction, and they're really right because I should totally be going to bed and I'm not. I think it's about time for Courage to rank up. Although I thought about that, about knowledge a while ago. I've been hammering Courage pretty hard. Are we done here?
Stop.
Do you think you're some kind of counselor? You came to me.
I'm sorry.
There's no point in taking it out on you. I just got a call from the hospital I last worked at. The patient I was assigned to died. Well, that's what happens in hospitals, lady. He was still just a little child. He always said he wanted to go to school, but it looks like he'll never get the chance. You know, he proposed to me. I told him I'll think about it when he became an adult. But I forgot about him. When I transferred here, I was so busy. I thought about him once in a while, but I soon just forgot. But he was fighting for his life that entire time. What am I doing? Of course. Why? It had nothing to do with you, lady. Why did I transfer? When a patient gets better, I get left behind, but now I'm the one who left a patient behind. There should have been something I could have done. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad you came today. Ugh. I'm starting to like this social link less and less as it keeps going.
I'll do it.
There has got to be something, anything I can do. Goodbye. Yeah, later.
Goodbye now.
And Saturday's gonna rain again. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Excuse me. Do you have time after school today?
Sure.
Did something happen? No. Rather, I'd like to have a doctor examine Teddy.
What?
A doctor?
You mean a vet?
The normal kind, actually. If you're free, I've scheduled a checkup for him after school today. A thorough physical examination might be a good first step in figuring out what Teddy is. And I thought it might be a good idea for the rest of us to get checkups as well. We should see if the fog over there or the power we've gained have had any negative effects on her. Since you all have been active on the other side far longer than I have, you should definitely be examined.
That is a surprisingly responsible attitude to take.
Negative effects? Don't drop scary stuff on us like it's nothing. But yeah, I never even thought about that.
I've arranged to have Kanji-kun and Rise-san looked at as well.
Wow, you're on the ball about all this. Are you sure you're not an adult?
Her height's a big giveaway, though.
Well, I'll see you all after school.
So, I've got a question. If people now know that she's a she, why is she allowed to wear the male uniform? I mean, isn't that the whole point of having a uniform? I don't know why you have a uniform if people can just choose to use it, whatever. It'd be really weird seeing her in a dress anyway.
That was just an ordinary checkup.
I was kind of looking forward to getting into some gigantic machine and being spun around.
Was there really a point to this? The doctors look confused too.
Well, I'm sure that
Ooh, they're back.
Naoto didn't tell them why we were getting checked up.
I'm very sorry for the wait.
I'm very sorry for the wait.
Ugh.
So did they find out anything about Teddy?
They did indeed. They found out that they can't tell anything about him.
Anything unusual or just anything?
I even had them take an x-ray, but nothing came up on it. No matter how many times they tried, it would always be too blurry to read.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little
A
different.
visual examination and standard palpations indicated that he seems perfectly normal. Since the machine could be malfunctioning, they told me to try another hospital if we're still worried about him. I felt bad for making them go through all this.
So he is different.
Oh my, what should I do?
So basically, that means that his body is just mimicking a human body. To a physical examination, it's going to appear normal, but as soon as you start getting machines and start taking examinations, the machines can't really pick up anything definitive.
They took a look at everything inside me.
She just said they couldn't see anything on the x-ray you dork.
But at least they didn't find anything wrong with him, right? Man, we know as much about Teddy as we do those personas and shadows.
Oh yeah, I tried looking them up at the library and on the net. Persona means something like another personality. And I think they listed shadow under the related terms.
Shadows are shadows. I think there's something that comes out of people. I can't really explain.
I performed my own research after the incident.
You know what would be awesome if Naoto turned something about the Kreijo group in this. I mean, Naoto might...
Persona and shadow are common psychological
That would be an
terms.
awesome throwback, that there was like an experiment done. I mean, just not really going into a whole lot.
Of course, the ones we are familiar with don't quite fit those definitions. This is what was written in an unofficial project document that I happened to come across. A shadow is suppressed power.
Okay, yeah, they did.
By
Awesome.
one's ego, it becomes a persona.
It becomes a persona? What does that mean? They're basically the same thing? Well, then again, all those shadows we beat the shit out of did turn into personas. Who cares about the details? It doesn't matter what they are. They get in our way, I'll crush them.
Still, I couldn't find any information on how they're related to the other world.
There's so much stuff about us that we don't have a clue about.
There's some things we do know, though. I got a bunch of awesome data with me. It's kind of embarrassing that I'm the only one who had personal details shown to the world, so... Ta-da! Nowadays, information wants to be free. Therefore, I'll break the ice by announcing the results of everyone's physical exams.
No, you won't! Give them to me now!
Ooh! First place in the shortest legs division is... who would have guessed?
It's not me, is it? Hey, what kind of things did they examine anyway? Look, if you're gonna blab at all, you might as well tell us the girls' measurements.
What? Are you a complete and utter moron?
Sure, go right ahead. My profile's been public knowledge for ages. Oh, but my bust size is 2 centimeters smaller than they print. My agency insisted.
No! Don't say mine!
Aw, I bet guys won't care what size you are, senpai. And having modestly sized breasts like yours would definitely make it easier to wear a kimono.
What?
Oh yeah, Naoto-kun's in here too, huh? Let's see. Naoto-kun's is... Huh? Is this for real? Wait, isn't this measured wrong?
Anyways, the important thing is that according to the examination results, nothing's wrong with our health. So we won't be needing these anymore. I'm going to go shred them.
Well, thank goodness everyone's healthy.
You're right. Let's go home.
What kind of physical examination measures that anyway?
After all that, they found out nothing about me. I wonder what I really am. Yeah. Thanks, Sensei.
Oh, rank 6. For some reason I thought you were higher.
Hey! If you don't hurry, we're gonna leave you guys behind!
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, this microphone, I like it. It doesn't, like, make the little clicky noises like my old one. But the old one, if you just, like, push the dongle up, it would turn off. This one, it doesn't. So, I just have to, like, get it away from my mouth, like, when I sneeze. But there's no way I can actually mute it easily. There's not one of those things on the wire where I can press the button or anything like that. And Dojima's home! Hooray! No, I'm not going to study. I'm at max!
Hey!
Well, that does mean at the very least no one's getting abducted for 2 weeks. So I should have about a week. Wait, what? In my room? Now then, first off. Ryoki, go call Nanako down here. Take your time. You told me to go over there. Okay, wow! What are we celebrating? Well, today's a special day for us. A special day? That's right. Today's the day when you, me, and Ryoki became a family. What about before? Well... Anyway, it's the day that we became a real family. I don't really get it, but... Cake! Alright, let's eat.
Yeah.
Well, sorry about making you go along with this. You're a nice guy. I felt like I needed to do this to draw the line, and I wanted Nanako to know. She has to know how important my daughter is to me. She's looking more and more like Shisato. Her smile, her strong attitude. It was hard to me even look at Nanako's face because she reminded me so much of Shisato. Shisato died because she went to pick up Nanako. There were times I'd come close to believing that. But even then, I can't count the number of times she saved me just by being there. If I was living by myself, I would have never thought about taking you in.
I think I was scared. Scared to have someone else around. I was afraid we'd become a family. And then I'd lose it all again. I was running away by chasing a guy who'd run away himself. It was almost funny.
Ryoki, I've been scared this whole time. That's why I used revenge as an excuse to spend time away from her. That's right. I can't make Nanako wait any longer. Running, regretting, all that crap ends tonight. I'm not going to lose things that are important to me. Never again. Is this level 9? I think it's either 8 or 9, but I want to say it's 9. Yep, level 9. That's the strength you've shown me.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And it's raining today. Yay. Oh, good morning, Senpai. That's not his name. Exams start next Friday, but I'm just not in the mood for schoolwork. The true killer is somewhere else. We're the only ones who know that. If we don't act, the case will grind to a halt. I must say I can't study because I'm already at max intelligence. That isn't good. If your grades drop, Dojima-san might suspect that something's going on. Please, do your best on the test for the sake of the case. Anyway, we can only wait for the culprit to make his move. We must not forget to check the Midnight Channel, too. This is a crucial moment. My test scores won't drop. I want to make the top in the class. I'm smarter than you are at this point. Or maybe we're equally smart. But I know you're not smarter than me because you can't be. It's physically impossible. Good morning, everyone! Guess what? We're going to have exams at the end of next week. Make sure you study, especially those of you who have been playing around all summer. Some people may not even want to talk to you if you're not smart, and friendship is important to a student, right? Today we'll go over the predicate nominative. It sounds complicated, but don't worry, that's hard to say. It's just a word that completes a linking verb and renames the subject in the sentence. For example, let's see, you're looking handsome today, Ryoki. Which word is the predicate nominative of this sentence? Mr. Kodo is a super awesome teacher. Well, it's either super or awesome. And since super isn't an option. What? Oops. I should have paid attention. Yeah, I gotta get that wrong. The answer is teacher. In the sentence, Mr. Kodo is the subject. Via the helping verb is becomes teacher, the predicate noun. Oh. Yeah, awesome's an adjective. What am I thinking? See? Simple, wasn't it, right? This is why I don't play Persona at 2:45 in the morning. I was a freaking English major. Granted, I was mostly that because I liked reading and examining and figuring out what things meant, and not diagramming sentences, but still, I should have definitely gotten that. I'm ashamed now, guys. But I won't get it wrong on the test. That's what matters. I'm wondering, because last time it was raining on the first floor, I still saw... Yeah, this girl standing there. I'm assuming that... Oh, there's Naoto.
Hello.
Sorry, Naoto.
What?
Huh? With you? Whatever. You skip your afternoon classes sometime. We'll go somewhere far away. I'll invite you to come with me when I feel like it. Okay. Want to get that started because she's been there forever. I don't know where the other guy that was down here was. Or is. So go into town, because on a rainy day there's only one thing I know how to do. Or not that I know how to do, but shut up. I could go into the TV and fight the optional boss, I guess. Kinda don't want to. Real quick, do I have a Hierophant? Nope. So, Throne, Justice, Priestess, Magician, Emperor, Justice, Death, Hierophant. So that's obviously not Hierophant that I need. I need Temperance. I need Temperance, that's what I need. And theoretically, I don't need Justice anymore, so that frees that up. Or Magician, actually. Oh, awesome. A metal bat. And that's another Temperance. Well, that is Suzaku. I can't make it yet, though, darn it. That's lame. Priestess. Yeah, I finished her up. Is there a Temperance in here? Nope. Magician. Nope. I need Emperor still. There's Genbu. Okay, yeah, Justice and... Oh, I don't want to get rid of Hierophant, though. Okay, so I'll just have to buy it. Where are you, Temperance? There you are. So, Genbu. That way, obviously I can't go work today because it's raining. And it may not be the right day anyway. But next time I go, I'll have the right persona for it. Because I do very much believe in keeping the personas on hand, which I'm going to be using.